Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comment. So prices are higher overnight. We've got beans up maybe 6 cents in the nearby, and corn and wheat up 2 to 3 cents. I think we're seeing a little bit of a short covering rally after yesterday's USDA report. On the face of the numbers were bearish. USDA may have not estimated the corn yield as high as some people thought, but most people overnight think that yield's going to get bigger, and so is the carryout. So that eventually futures may go lower than where they are right now. As far as the beans are concerned, the USDA numbers, whether you look at global or whether you look at US, they're negative, and if we get the rains over the weekend that are forecasted, we could add a little bit to the US supply, and that could also offer some resistance. Some people think, though, the USDA may be a little bit low in their demand estimates, especially on the crush. They see US meal export demand higher than what the USDA is saying, and they see domestic soybean oil use also higher than what the USDA is saying. So that higher demand could offer some support underneath the market and offset the higher crop size if it does get bigger. And the wheat, the numbers are negative. USDA probably is overestimating demand here in the United States a little bit. They did raise the crops in Russia and Ukraine, and so as long as there's an export flow out of there, that should offer some resistance to prices. When we look at cash, domestically, the pipeline is not being replenished at these price levels, and the basis levels are firm, and so that's offering some support underneath the market until we get to new crop. As far as the outside markets, U.S. corn and wheat export prices are a premium to competitors, and starting in February, our soybean prices are also a premium to South America. So at some point in time, prices are going to have to try to work a little bit lower to be competitive with this higher U.S. supply. As I mentioned, we should get a rain this weekend and early next week across most of the Midwest. It kind of favors the south and the east, so we'll kind of watch and see how much spreads into the northwest corner, but overall conditions will be favorable, and temperatures are actually going to warm up a little bit, get closer to normal, which I think helps the overall crops. Outside markets, a little edgy, still watching Ukraine. Some China economic data was a little bit disappointing, and we also saw Japan's GDP collapse, maybe the worst since 2011. So overall, the outside markets are a little negative. So we've got a bounce today in the grains. We'll see how far it goes because of the tight cash basis levels here in the United States. But overall, when you look at the USDA numbers, they still are bearish prices as we go into the fall. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.
That's his favorite play. She was at the football game last